From their teams here this afternoon. Ron Groover, Ted Valentine, John Gaffney are the officials, and Carlik Jones and the Cardinals with the first possession of the game.
Duke in the 3-2 zone. They pulled that zone out against Pittsburgh. It limits penetration. It limits getting into the lane. It protects Matthew Hurt from foul trouble.
A look at the starting lineup, including Jones, the Radford transfer at the point, having a terrific year. First shot is missed. And down with a rebound, Jalen Johnson, coming off an incredible game in spite of the loss at Pitt. He did not start that game, did start the second half, but he's back in the starting lineup today. This is just the second game this year where this group has started for the Duke Blue Devils.
Jalen Johnson grabbing that defensive rebound. He can rip and go and handle the ball, just not a very good pass to try to get it down court. And that's where Louisville needs to get the ball into the paint where they can make something happen.
They were down 40-16 in that game.
Needs to get corrected. And he used words like, he makes their defense better because he communicates so well. He was 7 of 28 from 3 before that shot, but he is a good shooter. Hoffman from Indianapolis knocks down a 3. And already a team that has not shot the ball well from the perimeters knocked down 3 threes in this game.
A miss on this end by Jalen Johnson as he tries a 3. Louisville shoots just 32% from three-point range on the season. Swazinski had a good look and a great offensive rebound by Johnson.
Good concentration by Davis.
Davis, who averages 8.5 per game, scoreless on Monday against Florida State, but off to a good early start with 5 points already today. And the 3 for Joey Baker.
He needed to get up. Such a good shooter, but just with a little step back, and Johnson not paying it so that his teammates can play off that.
Keep an eye on the guy with the ball, 21 in white, Charles Minlin, a transfer from the University of San Francisco. Until today, had played a total of 1 minute this season, coming back from a knee injury that was taking a little bit longer to progress than they had hoped, but here he is in the game, and a guy who, if he is healthy, Jay, he could be a real factor for them in the second half of the season.
Well, he's got experience and he can score.
Samuel Williamson in off the bench as well, puts up an air ball from the baseline. As you look at Midland, second team all-conference and over 14 points per game a year ago.
Well, not the best shot by Samuel Williamson on the other end. Drove it into traffic and took a really difficult baseline jumper. That's as good as a turnover for Louisville.
Baker again. A little bit strong battle for the rebound, and we're going to have an over-the-back foul going.
And they do a good job with positioning of their help, but they certainly have to guard the ball. And Duke with another turnover.
And Jalen Johnson again. That'll be the 4th turnover committed already today by Johnson, who in a spectacular game against Pitt on Tuesday didn't have any turnovers. For its first real quality win of the year. Their 3 wins in the league, Jay, are over BC, Wake, and Notre Dame, who happen to be the bottom 3 teams right now in the standings of the ACC.
Yeah, I think coming into this game, Duke's the combined record of Duke's opponents in their wins was like 19 and 37.
Dre, you're very polite to me.
Exactly.
1 point lead, Blue Devils. 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Tough shot.
Two years ago, Duke with an enormous comeback. And again, Goldwire with a couple of late steals. The Blue Devils roared back to win it. And then last year at Cameron, David Johnson took over the game in the second half in Durham as Louisville won on the road. Nice pass. And another one. Moore open in the corner. Short on the 3.
And Louisville doing a good job of scrambling and helping and recovering. And I'll tell you, Samuel Williamson, that Chris Mack wants to see. He needs more out of Williamson and Withers, I believe, in order for this team to be the best it can be.
And the tempo really picking up here out of that last time out. Nice pass. Johnson to Davis. Not there from the corner.
Well, Louisville needs to pick up the court before it gets set up. There's just a little fake. You don't even have to give a shot fake. It's a bad
gotten this year. Number 21 for the Cardinals.
Almost got a quick post there for Wendell Moore.
Hurd for 3.
25 he had against BC and had a good offensive game against Pittsburgh, who had 15 points in that one.
Krzyzewski coming up next today here on ESPN. That game immediately after ours. Dan Schoen and Jay Billis, Louisville, Kentucky, the KFC Yum Center. Despite a huge day so far from Matthew Hurt, it's Louisville with the lead and terrific defense.
He didn't need to, and as soon as Jones saw that matchup, he was going to go after it.
Biggest lead of the game right now for Louisville at 6. Again, and I know we've mentioned this a couple of times already today, but two programs really looking for a win. Each has lost 2 in a row as Davis commits it. Williamson looking for help, off to Johnson with a shot clock down to 6. Behind the back. Oh, well, got a fingertip on it. Saved by Johnson. Stewart has it, flying into the lane, and a chance.
Yeah, a lot of games piled on top of one another, but that helps get teams out of there quicker. So it's going to be a very different tournament in a lot of different ways.
And again, Johnson guarding Hurt. Nice look to Goldwire.
They're helping off Goldwire, so they don't really mind if he's
had. I mean, really was a deep backup as a freshman, played more as a sophomore, but the last couple of years with two very distinctly different groups, he's a very important guy on this Duke basketball team.
And just a great individual defender, team defender as well, but you're not going to find many that are better on the ball than he is.
Louisville's gone cold all of a sudden, but they'll get a bucket. Goldwire sneaking in there trying to come up with a steal. That left Johnson open on the weak side. Air ball. Withers working hard.
Jones very fortunate to pick up a foul guarding DJ Stewart.
Wow, tough turnaround. You could see the talent in glimpses last year. Had a good freshman season, but Hurt's taken his game.
Duke has to continue to let Matthew Hurt touch the ball. Still being guarded by David Johnson.
14 lead changes and 6 ties in this game that has been played entirely in a 9-point window. Duke hasn't led by more than 3. Louisville hasn't led by more than 6.
I think Mike Krzyzewski had used Matthew Hurt in some ball screens more often. Great job by Johnson. But Krzyzewski would probably put Hurt in some ball screen situations where he'd be the screener. But he doesn't want him to pick up his 5th foul on a moving screen. So you have to be judicious and careful. But that was a great defensive play by David Johnson to break contact, get around in front, not get stuck behind the bigger Matthew Hurt.
He's really had a terrific all-round game. Jones muscling his way in. Hurt comes down and picks up the rebound for Duke.
Right, Jalen Withers almost able to pick up an offensive rebound there.
And Mike Krzyzewski wants to use a tie
here. And you certainly don't want to foul.
Moore stepping back for a 3. Offensive rebound, Johnson. Stewart with a good look for a 3. Around and out. Duke's got it again, or at least they did for a moment. And now finally.
Here's an highlights, lowlights video. The footage is focused on various aspects happened in the game. Are these positive, negative, or characteristic of the player? Usually the length of the video is around 20 to 40% of the total playing time. Get a video like this. Go on focussstatsdb.com in the video editing section. Insert the name of the player. Choose the type of the video and the number of games to edit. Leave your contacts to get all the materials.